I'm Laura.
I'm Troy.
Welcome to Foulmouth Gardens. Hey everyone, this is going to be a somewhat long video. What happened was our goose went broody, so we decided to record the entire process. I tried to get footage of the eggs as they were developing. Unfortunately, the video does not have a happy ending. So if you're sensitive to that, I don't know if you want to watch this whole video. But I will give you a warning at the end when to turn it off before I get to the bad part of things. But in any case, I was hoping this would be somewhat helpful to people that are incubating eggs or having their goose incubate eggs for them, so they can kind of see what they might find if they candle an egg during the incubation period. And for those that don't know, candling an egg is basically holding a flashlight up to it to try to see what's happening on the inside. So sometimes you see veining, sometimes you don't see anything any different than any egg that's unfertilized. And further along in the process, as you'll see, you see some movement. So in any case, I hope you enjoy this video. Alright, so our goose has come out to graze a little bit, get wet, go sit back on her nest. But she's off of it right now, so I'm going to go try to get some footage of her eggs. Assuming she doesn't run back in there before I do. I'm going to come in here and see her nest. Let's see. There we are. To put my knee down in it, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total. I don't know how fertile they are, but we'll see. I expect at least 3 of her eggs to hatch. I'm not sure about. I thought I grabbed a flashlight. See any veining going on in there. Oh, I definitely do. Oh my gosh, can you even tell? Do you see the little light red streaking in there? It's really hard to tell. But that... Ooh, there we go. Can you see those veins? That is a viable egg. Alright, so that's one. Let's see about this one. Some of these are harder to tell because this one, this smaller one here, is actually not hers. That is an African goose egg, and they're smaller, and the shells are probably not as thick. One of these is a Sebastopol mix. I think I see some veining in this one. Yeah, I definitely do. Okay, so that's 2. There's 3. Oh, this one's a little harder to tell. I'm not sure if that's a ring or veining. If you see a red ring, that means that the egg has died. Let me pull it out. Or the embryo has. Actually, is this a Sebastopol? No, it's not. Okay. Okay, now I see some more veining in there. Alright. Let's slide that one back in. Alright, so we know that at least 3 of the African eggs are viable. That's good. See, this is another one of hers. It's really hard to see through it. Sorry, this is really difficult for me to do with one hand. That one looks like it's got veining, but I can't really tell. I really can't tell on her eggs. I hear something coming. I don't want to upset her if she sees me in here, so Okay, well, in a nutshell, there you go. That's her nest. We've got at least, I lost count, what was that, 3 or 4 viable eggs? And the rest I just couldn't see through, and I don't want to pull them up out of the nest. Just because I don't want to disturb what she's doing. I know I did with one, but that should be okay. She's the expert. I am not, so I'll just let her continue doing her thing. So she will spend some time out here before returning to the nest. And I'll try to update this video and just keep checking out those eggs during the month. It should take anywhere between 28 and 35 days. I can't seem to find an exact answer on the internet for each breed, but I think the Toulouse, since they're bigger, they're kind of on the longer timeline, so probably closer to 35 days. So we'll keep checking. Hi everyone. Today is this duck. We've been having an issue with our birds breaking out of the enclosure over here. Hope you can see that. They have new pasture over here, but a few of them keep finding their way out of it, so they go into duck prison. But in any case, that is not why I'm recording today. Today is day 19 of the incubation period for the goose. So we are a mere 10 days away, give or take, from the goslings starting to hatch out. So what I'm doing, I tried to record yesterday. Hi, Mama. I tried to record yesterday, but my camera was out of batteries. And yeah, that didn't work out. So basically, I haven't seen this goose get off her nest in the past like 5 days or so. I did notice it, and I was watching to see if she was getting off or not, and she hadn't. So yesterday was the first day that I actually came out here and physically removed her from her nest to force her to splash around in the water a little bit and eat some grass, because they need to keep up their strength. And some geese they'll die on their nest because they refuse to get off of it. Obviously I don't want that happening here, so I'm going to push her off now. Rufus is out there waiting to see what I do. But in any case, so I'm going to lift her up, and then I'm going to candle some eggs. I'm not going to move any of them. Yesterday I couldn't see into any of them except for one, and the one I could see in had veining and movement, so very interesting. I'm hopefully going to be able to capture that on video today, so let's give it a try. Alright, I just threw her out. She is going, well, now these stupid ducks are thinking it's dinner time, because it is. But I wanted to do this first. But in any case, she's going to walk around, splash around in the water, and graze a little bit, and then it'll be dinner time. Anywho, let's take a look at those eggs. So something I also noticed yesterday about these eggs is there are only 8. When we started this whole thing, she had 4 of her own eggs, I think. God, I might be wrong. I think she had 4 of her own eggs, one of the, like a mixed Sebastopol and Roman tufted egg that a fellow farmer gave me to try to incubate, and then I got 4 of the, they're African geese eggs, which are the ones that have markings on them. But in any case, let me, I'm going to try to make it darker in here. Try to candle some. The key here, well, I'm going to try not to actually rotate them because she knows what she's doing. So see what I mean? It's really dark and hard to see. Oh wait, no, you can see to this one, look. Can you see the movement there? Hold on, that's a good shot of it. You can see the veining. Can you see the movement? Oh, yeah. That is an active baby in there. Which egg is that? That's one of hers. Alright, let's try this one. I see veining. That's good. That means that the egg is not deceased. It's still developing. Actually, it's kind of easier for me to see on the camera than it is in real life. That's very interesting. Well, I definitely see veining. I'm not seeing as much movement in that one, but... Alright, this one I think is the... I think that's the Sebastopol egg. And the reason I'm guessing that... Let me tilt it. Yeah, this one is. I have it marked with an S. The reason I'm guessing that is because it's got the biggest air cell, which is like this empty part at the end of the egg. That one's the oldest egg by a couple days. And I'm not sure if she's going to hatch it out or not. I'm not sure if the baby in there is viable. I can't see through it, so I'm thinking it's not. But if it is, that'll be the first one to hatch probably, because that one got started first and then it was given to me. So I don't know. We'll see. This is one of the African eggs. I know that because it's smaller. You can see the veining in there too. I'm not sure if I see movement or not, but it's hard to tell. This is another one of hers, which is a Toulouse. Well, I can't really get into there. I'll give up on that one for now. Alright, here's another. Sorry. This is one of the Africans. Seeing a little bit of movement. Definitely veining though. This is another African. I can't see through that at all. Alright, well, you get the idea. Actually, Mom was going to be mad at me. Coming back now. Alright, girl, you can go back in there. Okay, goose update. Today is the 22nd of April. It is day 27 of our mama goose sitting on her eggs. So they could start hatching anywhere from tomorrow until a week from tomorrow. So I'm going to try to candle them one more time and see what they look like. Troy hasn't seen them yet either. It's Saturday right now, so usually he's at work when I check them. But obviously you can see he's feeding some ducks right now. Some seeds, some sprouted sunflower seeds. And we're going to go have a look. Indeed. Okay. So here's our list. Maybe you can record today since... So, you don't have to record me. I look like crap. I was just going to say that we started out with 9 eggs. She's cooked 2 out of the nest. So what we have left here is 3 Toulouse eggs, 1 of the Sebastopol mixed egg, which is this one right here. And then these 3 smaller ones are Africans. So we're just going to candle it and see. Well, maybe that one did survive. It's hard to tell, but this air cell, it gets larger and larger the further along the goose develops. So, and that's true with all of them. I'm not going to be able to see much. But it's receding, so it could very well be viable. That was the egg that I didn't think it was going to be, but we'll find out soon. So I don't want to pick them up. But see, do you see how it's receding there too? You can kind of see the... I don't know, can you see the movement in there?
I think. It's hard to tell.
Can you pick up closer on that side? Or record closer on that side?
Not really.
Let's try another one. Oh my. Okay, well I don't know what's going on with that one. I've never seen an air cell that big. Maybe that one's... I don't know. I'm new at this. I don't know if it's viable or not. So that one looks the same as that. I don't see any movement, but that doesn't mean much. Alright, well, I guess we'll find out in the next week or so how things are doing, but... I don't know what any of it means, really. I was just gonna see if I could see any of the babies moving around inside the shells, but I cannot. But they should be hatching within the next week or so. So yeah, I guess we'll see. Okay, so it's nighttime. I don't know what time it is. I think around 6:30 or 7. We're doing nighttime chores. And I just came in here to check on Mama Goose, who's at my feet right now. And I'm pretty sure I hear chirping, like from the gosling. So I'm really excited. But first, Troy needs to shut those ducks up. So I can try to record the chirps in here. Okay. No wonder I hear chirping. There's a gosling in here. Look who we got. There's a little baby. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I'm going to talk about what happened to the eggs. You may want to turn it off at this point. So I think in the last bit of footage, we saw a gosling. Unfortunately, the next morning when I went to check to see how the gosling was doing, that one was dead in the nest, as well as 2 others. They weren't fully hatched out of the egg, but there's 2 that were, one was like halfway out from, I guess you could say, the chest up. And the other one, you could just see barely like a little bit of its bill on one end, and then kind of like its knee, I guess, on the other end. So both ends of the egg were busted out, but all 3 birds were deceased. So there was one more egg that looked promising, but it was, I didn't see any movement in there. So when I looked in there, I saw what would be typical of an egg at that stage, which is basically kind of, there's the air cell that gets a little bit wider, and then there's kind of some shadowing that kind of peeks up over the air cell, which is part of the bird, usually its head, or should be its head on that end. And I saw that, but it wasn't moving at all. So I broke that egg open just to see and confirm that there was a fully developed goose in there. That one was the African goose, but it was deceased as well. So I don't know. I'm assuming that Mama Goose kind of maybe crushed them accidentally. I don't know. I don't know what went wrong, because she did have at least 4 that were fully developed. I didn't open the rest of them, mainly because the air cell was so big that it just didn't look like there was anything fully developed in there anyway. So I don't really see a point in doing what's called an eggtopsy. But yeah, so 4 out of 9 total. It's not that great, but this was her first hatch. I didn't really know what to expect. I was pretty excited to see the one come out, but obviously that was pretty heartbreaking to have it not make it, as well as the other two. But as far as plans for the future, if she makes another nest this year, which is really unlikely, we'll probably let her sit again. But as soon as those babies get close to hatching, we'll probably move them into a homemade hatcher and then put them back in the nest after they're out and have some strength. Yeah, which will probably again be our plan next year, just because I don't know, I don't really trust her to keep them alive after this experience, which is pretty sad. So, but it is what it is. That is farming. Unfortunately, death is part of it. So we're hoping for better luck next time, and that's all we can do. So that's the end of this video. I'm also basically ready to pop as far as this baby goes. I don't know if you can tell that I'm enormous, but so this may be the first or the last video before a little hiatus from us, because we're probably going to be pretty busy with this baby situation. But we do have some exciting news that we will share soon, and it just pertains to the business. And yeah, I guess that's it for now. So comment, like, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, it's for the birds. Alright, so I'm about to go back inside, but